It's ruined. Queen Elizabeth complained that Trump's helicopter left scorch marks on the lawn of Buckingham Palace.
Here's a summary of the article.
President Donald Trump is known for making an entrance everywhere he goes, but he left the wrong impression when his helicopter scorched the lawn at Buckingham Palace in June, according to a new report in the Sunday Times. Trump had traveled to the United Kingdom for an official state visit to commemorate the 75th anniversary of D-Day on June 6. Trump's presidential helicopter, Marine One, reportedly burned the grass upon landing at Buckingham Palace 2 times in the same day. The source said that when Morrison, who also travelled to the UK for the D-Day anniversary, arrived in London, he went straight to the palace to see the Queen, who led him out to the gardens and said, "Come and look at my lawn. It's ruined." The Times described the lawn outside Buckingham Palace as the centrepiece of the Queen's annual garden parties and said the helicopter left both scorch marks and divots in the grass when it landed. The outlet also said the Queen had taken measures to protect her lawns from helicopter damage, including denying a request from President Barack Obama to land 6 helicopters on the lawn of Windsor Castle in 2016. Trump has twice visited England during his presidency and appears to greatly admire the Queen.
This post received a score of 13,956, with an upvote ratio of 75%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I'm very surprised that the palace doesn't have a dedicated helipad area.
Neither does the White House.
Why the fuck not? The Marine pilots that fly Marine One put it down precisely on little pads they drag out before every landing. Like drink coasters for a helicopter.
That's actually super impressive, Till.
Never underestimate how nuts the US military can be on ceremony and precision. For example, the changing of the guard ceremony at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier is so precise and has gone on so long that they were wearing out the stone and had to put down a rubber mat to protect it.
Man, I can believe it. I remember going there in 8th grade and noticed the rubber mat had very clear footprints worn in which each soldier would step precisely into while going back and forth.
I feel like if I was doing that job I would love those marks to help keep me in the right spot. Then I would become dependent on them, and when they changed them out I would feel completely lost where to step.
Well, by the time they wear out you'll just be so used to that exact spacing you won't meet the mat.
No pictures?
It was in June, and this article is based on a Times article sourced from some guy told by the Australian Prime Minister that the Queen showed him the scorch marks and divots. Somehow I don't think the damage was that bad.
Just another smear story. Honestly, these stories lose credibility the more they occur. I don't remember if it was like this at the beginning of the Trump presidency, but I think at that point there were much more outrageous things he said.
Greater than I don't remember if it was like this at the beginning of the Trump presidency. It has been like this since before he even took office.
Right, but he also has done an absurd amount of completely embarrassing and disqualifying things since taking office. These third-hand bullshit stories are not good for anyone though.
They make it sound like Trump showed up in a Mustang and did a burnout.
Honestly, I think Americans might actually nod and like that more.
If a US president showed up at Buckingham raging drunk doing downs on the lawn in a Shelby GT, I'd probably shoot off some fireworks because that shit is so 4th of July. And #X2OOB. Problem is we don't have a lovable weird badass for president, we just have a bigot who is obsessed with gold plating and the idiots that think that embodies American values. Honestly, that would be pretty fucking hilarious.
Imagine Teddy Roosevelt doing this.
Bull Moose 2020.
Vermin Supreme 2020.
Beyond first world problems.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.